The other side is far more diligent about looking for that Messiah than we are, because they know where to look. You probably wonder, why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them?
Does it bother you that you think about black men so much more than they will ever think about you?
You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
Well, everybody's official. I filed a formal complaint in the federal courthouse against Al Sharpton and Crump.
The liar knows what lie he told.
Inability to read and write at an adult level.
You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer is over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still gonna be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity.
We ain't letting them take our women no more. That's over with, I'm telling y'all.
White men are jealous of black men.
65 IQ?
Shut up. These are the people, when you see them in the gym, they be throwing weights. They be so damn frustrated. These are the type of people that be at a construction site. You see them working on something. They start throwing wrenches and shit because they so upset they can't figure it out. They want the world to think that we're slow. They want the world to think that we're lazy, because they know damn well if they leave us the hell alone, we'll take over this whole shit. Whoever did this to Nolan Wells, the spirit of the ancestors is on they ass. Listen, man, you got people that's coming out, stepping forward, letting us know that they grew up around people that was like Nolan Wells' fake friends. You got people that's letting us know all over the internet, and shout out to these people for showing their faces and speaking up and letting us know what's actually going on in their community. But there are white people that's letting us know, listen, they are dangerous. Listen, bro, if you see yourself in certain circumstances, trust your gut instincts. And the spirit is going to speak to you and let you know this is not a good environment that I'm in right now. There's people that's like, Nolan Wells was out there and he was speaking to certain women that they don't like. And it led me to believe that, was Nolan Wells really trying to be these guys' friend? Or did he have a certain lust in him, whereas though that he liked a specific woman? And the apple don't fall too far from the tree. We see what his father like, you know, even though the sister identified as black, but she's mixed. Is that what he liked? And being as though that's what he liked, did he surround himself around these white boys just to get to they women? Because there's so many white people online that's saying, we don't like when black men touch our women, and we label those women as being tainted. We all know throughout history they are obsessed with black men's private parts. We know how that go, even back in slavery. Some of their women had an obsession with black men. So let's start looking at it for what it is. Maybe, allegedly, Nolan Wells was smashing their women and they got tired of that, y'all. There is white men online and saying like, yo, I don't see what the hell y'all arguing about. This is textbook. Pay attention to this video right here, y'all.
I'm about to tell you exactly what the fuck happened to Nolan Wells. I could put any money in the fucking world. Yeah, I hung out with a lot of white people like that in high school. And although I am white myself, I certainly am not one of them. But I did have the pleasure of being their friend, and I guess that came with being the butt of every joke and enjoying the finer things in life. But this is textbook. I can give you a fucking play-by-play, I promise you. See, what had happened was, they were getting rowdy, whatever the case may be, drinking all day. Something happened, malicious or not, doesn't really fucking matter. And those boys saw him take his last breath. I guarantee you that. They had an oh fuck moment, got scared, left him, drove the boat off, went home, told mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy told him to shut the fuck up and got him over. It's textbook. Again, I saw this shit happen over and over again growing up. This is how they fucking operate every single motherfucking time. You wanna know what happened to Nolan Wells? Go ask some boys. Problem is now you gotta drag it through court because they loaded up. But they fucking know. They most certainly fucking know.
And when you see the father say things in his press conference, and when they ask him questions like, do you think race had to do with it? And he just shy away from that, like, I don't want to believe race had any. He know damn well race has something to do with it. It's just that you gotta play this little game with these people just so they won't turn around and try to point the finger at him. See, the father has to play the game. Everybody should just get along. God loves everybody. He has to play this game so people won't come out and say that he's racist, because that's the type of shit that they do. Here it is that he lost his child, and if he was to say that race played a part in it, you would have a group of people saying that he's the racist. This is what they do, y'all, especially when they on camera, they in front of these news networks. This is just the way it goes, y'all.
Well, everybody's official. I filed a formal complaint in the county against, in the federal courthouse against Al Sharpton and Crump for inciting violence in my town that would lead to harm to just about anybody. And specifically, our judge, her family, those kids, their families, stuff like that. So I'm going to keep on filing stuff too, because that's what I can do, because I am an American, a real one, and I live here. I can do that.
Bro, these people are no stranger to the courthouse and paperwork. They all know each other. When they go into, when a regular citizen go into the courthouse, you best believe 9 times out of 10, the people that he's going to go speak to in them offices, they probably damn neighbors, bruh. Do you see how this man just turned everything around and saying Benjamin Crump, Al Sharpton, they out there inciting violence. I don't like what they doing in my town. You know the guy is racist when he say my town. Do y'all not remember this picture that was labeled every white girl's dad nightmare? This was in Booker T. Washington High School in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. Do y'all remember when this went viral? Bruh, this wasn't just no joke when it was labeled every white guy's nightmare. This is something serious, bro. They don't like black men messing with their women, bruh. They express it time after time. It's all over the internet. And Nolan Wells was in pictures with not one white girl, but 2. And they're saying that he met some white girl out there, and it leads me to believe the girl that he met, did she lower him in? Because she wasn't just out there by herself. Did she lower him in to set him up for failure? Just a question, and everything is all alleged.
I got a story to tell. Story time. But first, this boy in Mississippi, here's some pictures that's come out. Remember he had the 3 YT friends? Look at these pictures. They got sick and tired. I'm not saying they did nothing. I'm just saying they're sick and tired. We ain't letting them take our women no more. That's over with, I'm telling y'all. My YT boys are waking up. I'm speaking faith. All across the nation, you're going to see this happen. White men being white men again.
Listen, man, where do y'all think these little fresh and fit movements and shit come from? These little MGTOW, men go their own way and all of that shit. This stems from hatred from when they were young. Couldn't get no girls. And when they see these black men on TikTok dancing with, we seen it, Nolan Wells up there dancing, doing it, they don't like that because they having fun, laughing. Check this out.
The amount of times I've been on dates with white men and they've asked me if I've dated black guys before is ridiculous. I was on a date with this white guy in Chicago last year and he goes, so who do you typically date? The guys that look like me? I knew exactly what he was getting at because most white guys will ask this question at some point because they're trying to figure out ultimately if you're quote tainted. I literally said to him, does it bother you that you think about black men so much more than they will ever think about you? And that ended the conversation, but obviously we didn't go on a second date and I do think he was pretty offended by that. But the amount of white guys, even who are quote liberal, who are genuinely threatened and intimidated by you going on a date with people of color is ridiculous. Because it's not just black men. If they find out that you've dated a South Asian man or you've been on dates with women, specifically women of color, they will react similarly. Although it is obviously the most pronounced and genuinely disgusted that they will look if you say that you have been on dates with black men. But this is just one example of white men trying to figure out the quote purity of the white women they're seeing. And it's a way of resource guarding their own women because they don't don't like white women seeing other races or other genders.
This right here is what's going to show you how they want the world to view us. They want the world to perceive us to be slow, don't know how to read, don't know how to swim. Well, if these people don't know how to do all these things, then why the hell y'all need us to build America for you? Why the hell y'all need us to teach y'all every damn thing? Y'all look up this book called The 13th Tribe. When they came out of the Caucasus Mountains, we had to show them how to wash. They want you to think that our history begins when their America started.
Of what? 65 IQ? That's average. Inability to read and write at an adult level? I'm supposed to be jealous of these things, of these qualities. Pigs have a 65 IQ, the equivalent. Give me a fucking break.
These are the people, when you see them in the gym, they be throwing weights, they be dropping weights, they be so damn frustrated. These are the type of people that be at a construction site. You see them working on something, they start throwing wrenches and shit because they so upset they can't figure it out. Those guys, these big thumb guys, those guys right here.
Wide selection of eye colors. Brown, and also brown. Scratch that one off. What else could I be jealous of? Hair color.
These are the ones without a sense of humor. These are the ones that throwing them dark ass shades. You know you can read someone's spirit. The eyes are the window to the soul. Now you see why these guys with them dark ass shades all the time. I'm starting to think that they go to bed in them damn shades. For what? Because they don't want you to see their soul, y'all. Now, this is a sister that's in the army. And anybody that's been in the army, y'all let me know, is this true? But why is it that black men dominate in every damn sport there is? And I'm not saying there isn't any athletes that are white. I'm not saying that by any means. I'm just saying as a whole, is this something that they're jealous of?
Let's be honest. We all know this shit ain't got nothing to do with a motherfucking beard. White men are jealous of black men, especially in the army. You see it every day. No matter what color, race, anything you see how them black men get treated. Even from basic training, I've never heard a drill sergeant say to a white male, "Oh, you think you're back on the block." They only say that to white dudes. To black dudes. They only say it to the black soldiers. That right there is just evident in how racist and stereotypical they are. But when it comes down to it, what they be the most mad about is that black people naturally and effortlessly exceed the standard physically in everything they do. And white men, while they can, and they do, they have to put a lot more work in it. With black people, that shit come easily. So they're jealous.
And since we so damn slow, that GPS information that was tracking the boat and all of that, and how y'all figured that out, a black woman created that GPS. She goes by the name of Gladys West, and I just wanted to acknowledge her because she passed away in January, the beginning of this year. And she's the one who created the algorithms and the foundation for the GPS. Check it out, y'all.
Gladys grew up on a small family farm in rural
Since we so
Virginia,
slow.
the daughter of sharecroppers. As high school valedictorian, she earned a scholarship to Virginia State College, where she studied mathematics.
No, you can't go to a college because we slow. We don't know how to read. How did she go to college? That don't make no sense.
A few years after graduating, Gladys was hired at the Naval Proving Ground in Dahlgren, Virginia, where she was one of only 4 black employees.
What they need 4 black women for? For what?
One of the others was a man named Ira West, who would become her husband of 67 years. While programming large-scale computers and analyzing...
I'ma tell you why. They want the world to think that we're slow. They want the world to think that we're lazy because they know damn well if they leave us the hell alone, we'll take over this whole shit. That's why. That's why they are so in a rush to go to other countries and to put it in the movies and to tell everybody, look, no, these people are lazy. Don't mess with them. They're violent. They're slow. They don't know how to read. Then why the hell they won't leave us alone?
Why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? I don't pay attention to things I don't like.
Because they know that we will excel and surpass everybody on the planet Earth. They know that. This is what they understand. Whoever did this to Nolan Wells, the spirit of the ancestors is on they ass. Remember, she just passed away. And that GPS information just came out, y'all. The spirit is on it. It's on it, y'all.
Satellite data for the Navy in the 1980s, West developed an increasingly precise and accurate map of the Earth's shape. Her algorithms and data mapping created the functions and laid the groundwork for the modern global positioning systems, or GPS, found in phones, cars, and in military weapons. West retired from the Naval Surface Warfare Center in 1998 after 42 years of service. At the age of 70, she went back to school, earning a doctorate from Virginia Tech. Dr. Gladys West, whose groundbreaking work paved the way for GPS, died last weekend in Fredericksburg, Virginia. She was 95 years old.